Darrell Jazz Johnson, Gospel Herald, CitySportsReport.com, here with Chris Broussard. Chris, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thanks. NBA All-Star Game here in New York. What does it mean for the All-Star Game to be here at Madison Square Garden?
Well, it's great. I mean, it's obviously great for the city, especially in a season where the team has struggled, the Knicks, and the fans really haven't had a lot to look forward to since the first month of the season. It's been very disappointing. So to have the best players in the league come here, to have your superstar for your team, Carmelo Anthony, be able to start in the game, even though he might not play a lot because of injuries, it's big for the fans in New York. And you've heard the comments from the players all week. They're all excited to be here and to play on this stage.
So what are some of the biggest surprises of the first half of the NBA season?
Well, clearly the biggest is Atlanta. I mean, nobody expected them to do what they're doing, to have the best record in the Eastern Conference. I mean, a lot of people weren't even sure they'd make the playoffs. So they are clearly the #1 surprise. Cleveland early, their struggles were surprising. I mean, everybody knew it would take them a while to get together and get their chemistry. But the fact that they were below 500 for a while, the fact that LeBron James was struggling, not struggling, but not playing up to his normal level earlier in the season, those were surprises. Now they kind of have things going well. So I would say those are two of the biggest. And look, Golden State, I mean, nobody expected them to be playing at this level. We knew they were a great team, but they look like the best team in the league right now. I think that's a bit of a surprise. And right now, probably the fact that James Harden is the MVP frontrunner, and he's been able to carry the Houston Rockets to a great record without Dwight Howard for much of the season, I think that's a bit of a surprise too.
Biggest disappointments of the first half?
Biggest disappointments, let me say this. Sacramento getting rid of Mike Malone was a bad move. Now, I think they may have rebounded well by hiring George Karl, but Mike Malone had that team playing good basketball, and now they fell off the map since he's gone. So that's a bit of a disappointment because you had a team moving in the right direction. We'll see if they can continue that. Detroit, I thought, would be a lot better, and they did get it going, you know, after they traded Josh Smith. I expected them to be in a playoff hunt. And so when Brandon Jennings went down, that kind of took away some of their steam. But I think for the most part it's a disappointing season with them because I expect them to be right there in the hunt. But I would say those are a couple of the – and the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks, you know, Phil Jackson himself said that he thought they could be a playoff team. I thought that they would be in the hunt. I thought between 6 and 8 in the East, maybe 6 and 9. The fact that they have only won 10 games is a big disappointment. And Brooklyn. Brooklyn's a bit of a disappointment. The fact that they're struggling as badly as they are.
Final question. When is a point in your life where your Christian faith has meant the most to you?
Man, I mean, every day, you know, when you live as a Christian, every day you try to live for Christ and glorify God. So, you know, I try to stay even-keeled. Obviously, there are times when you have challenges and struggles and you lean heavier on your faith. But, you know, I try to do that even in the good times, you know. But, you know, God's just been blessing me in so many ways. So, like I said, every day you're just trying to glorify Him, you know.
Thanks for your time, Chris. Appreciate it.